got maybe 1.25 inches of real blade there. So, all right. You made short work of the tent thing there, and now I'm touching bell rock with my fingertip. So.
All the way down.
If you pass this around, you'll see a grease line on the blade there.
Oh yeah.
We can see just how shallow that blade actually had to penetrate in to generate that cut. You'll see a lot of people think that they need to have a bigger knife.
I'll prefer a bigger knife.
Yeah, yeah, and a bigger knife certainly has some advantages, but yeah, that generated 30% more cut, but
did you notice how the jean kind of moved? It kind of twisted. Did you feel it twist?
yes.
And you can see on the serration, there's jean threads. Okay? So having serrated blades is not always practical.
To exaggerate that even a little bit more, one of the questions that always comes up whenever we talk about blade design is serrated versus straight edge. Well, so here I've got a steak knife, and that was an extra one floating around the break room at work, so I just swiped it. And
well, I really felt that one.
Yeah, that one tugged my arm down. Can you find your cut?
So you probably threw the one back. Oh yeah, it twisted you around, didn't it?
Yeah, spun it.
That's it, isn't it? Or is that, no, that's the big
That's
one.
the big blade.
Here
there it is.
Here it is.
Okay, so this is not really much deeper than the X-Acto knife did. And the reason why is that it's the fabric. That heavily serrated blade is grabbing this teeth into this fabric and spinning it, where rather than slicing into the underlying tissue here, it's expending all its juice here out of the clothing. So it's just not quite as effective for this particular type of cut.
Like every weapon, you should know what you have. Okay, 1911 Glock, 9mm, 10mm, 357. There's no difference between that and knowing your blade profile. Okay, this is a bit more of a Warncliffe. All right, modified Warncliffe. This is a Warncliffe. Warncliffe is a straight cutting edge. This is a modified Warncliffe. You have a straight cutting edge. This is a Warncliffe also. Okay, this is an American Tanto, how it's chiseled like this. This is American Tanto, the chiseling portion. This is the drop point. All right, you have a belly, and it drops to the tip. Okay, this is a drop point as well. All right, this is a hook blade. Okay, this would be an upswept. It's up and it's flat on top. Whenever you have a clip like this, it's a clip point. All right, so if you know your weapon and you know that you have a Warncliffe, and the Filipinos love Warncliffes. They have long swords called campalons. They're just straight. All right, and it's the way they cut. When you hit a target, like Chuck said, the pressure is the same, but when you hit the target with a Warncliffe and you turn a little bit, that's where you dig in with your tip, and your tip does a lot of damage. Okay, when they had the long campalon swords, they will cut, but they'll roll their shoulders and let that tip just drag, and that tip is what's really digging in. Okay, let's say for example a drop point. If you just hit normally, yeah, you're going to roll off, the pressure's going to roll off. So you have to learn that you got a drop point, you have to turn a lot harder with that belly. Okay, so you have to understand the different dynamics of blade designs and pick your weapon accordingly to how you want to use your knife. You know, some guys like to have the hammer grip, some guys like to have the ice pick grip. And different blade shapes work out good for it, for each type of scenarios. You have to remember on a Tanto, you're going to lose about a 1/2 inch on the tip when it has that dramatic angle.